don't think I've seen Kalia S. Hey, honey. Welcome. Marilyn, Dempsey Boo, Sharon Davenport, DB, Neolin, Crystal, Beverly Smith. Can you see the annoyance on my face? I mean, can you tell I'm annoyed? I don't know. Hey, Lady Bear. Marilyn, they had to have it. Crystal Thompson. Marilyn, Barber. I am very frustrated right now. I'm so frustrated. It don't make no sense. Hey, Barb. Hey, Jean. It is Jean or Jenny. Which one? I'm sorry. Harmon. Hey, Martha. Y'all, what? So there's a lot of things in life. Hey, Gail. There's a lot. I hope your food is good. Hope you're eating. Um, there's a lot of things that we go through in life, right? And from youth up, we learn a lot of things. Even going through school, some subjects come to some people more naturally than others. As for instance, with me, I am not math. Like, math is not my strong suit at all. I was an English major. Love English, love the language, love conjugating verbs and all this other drama. Oh, well, don't you passing out, fam? That's not good. Hey, Miss Evelyn. Um, the picture of your face. Is it? She's there. Go ahead, Lady Bear. You can send it to me. um, and then when it came to crafting, there are a lot of crafts that I just gravitated to, absolutely love, even with them including math. Love them. Some things I was able to pick right up on. Some things it was like, ooh, we need some help. Y'all, this quilting is kicking my butt. I don't understand. And it's got me like livid. Right? So I need answers. I need the dumb answers first. And then after I get the dumb answers, then I'm pretty sure I can move forward and be able to get this quilting thing. But I need the dumb answers. And that's can't seem to find the dumb answers. And so that's why I'm online right now, bothering y'all. Because you know how it is. Sometimes you want answers. And a lot of people want answers and they don't want to have to do the research for them. And I guess because the bare basic simplest answers I can't find. Hey, Darnell. Did I say Darnell? Yeah. Hey, Darnell Wallace. Blessed afternoon to you as well. I'm machine quilting and fixing to pull out all my darn head of quilting in a sandwich. I'm fixing to don't cry. So you see what I'm saying? We're here right now. I can do the sandwich part. The sandwich part isn't my issue. Hey, Mary Brown. So everything that I'm looking up and everything that I see, I guess, doesn't address, or maybe I'm looking at it wrong, but it doesn't address just the raw nudity of what is quilting. Okay, so that's where I'm finna ask questions. So if you are a quilter and you know something about quilting, because I really don't want to be on here long, because I know that oh, that's smart, Evelyn. Oh yeah, that's right, Evelyn. So somebody did teach me to do pins, like the safety pins, and pin your layers together so that you can quilt and it not go all over the place. So Lady Bear, if you see that little bit, I know that little bit I got, okay, because I'm weird. I love safety pins. I love the way they're made and the shape and stuff. So that kind of appealed to me. But Okay, so here's my question. Here are my questions. And y'all gonna be like, oh my God, how can you not get that? I can't. It's not coming to me. So I agreed to do a quilt block. And my intention 2 months ago, a month ago, was to get this quilt block done and sent. But so here's my issue. There's a set size for this quilt block. It's 10 inches. It's a 10 by 10. I get that. I'm good. I understand that part. But when I put in 10-inch quilt block, I'm bringing up all of these options. Actually, scratch that. Scratch that. I found a quilt block that I know can be 10 inches. How do I know what size to make all the little pieces that go to it in order to get what I want? And that's the other thing. So in my mind, I know what I want. But when I look at quilt block patterns all over God's creation, I don't see what I want. I see everything else under the sun that looks uber complicated, triangles and slashes and strips and all this other jazz. I know what I want to see and what I want to accomplish, but so I guess I need to do math. And even then, if I do math, I'm going to have to take into account the seam. Where can I go to put in the shapes that I want and make it turn into what I wanted, what my end product? That's what I need. Where can I go find that? That's what I need. That's the information I need. Like, is there a planner, online, like, how you do the online designing tools where lay out the room and you can put the different pieces of furniture and stuff, and you know what I'm saying? Like, I need that so that I can get this dang on thing done, man. And it's like getting on my nerves because I can't find what I want. Hey Miss Picky, big hugs, big hugs, big hugs. I need to come down there. In so many years and jumped in. It must be nice, Kalia, because hey Shamika, big hugs, honey. 10-inch finished, Crystal Johnson, 10-inch finished. Unbiased, 10.5 by 10.5 block, and by the time you sew it, it will be 10 by 10. Okay, but Evelyn, that's a good, thank you. So Lady Bear, she says draw out your lines. And that does help you. Like yes sir, I've seen that praise from the mountaintops, because even if you're like, when I was doing my baby bibs, the pattern that I was selling to people, I said put it on the fabric and trace around it so that it gives you something visual to follow as you sew. Not everybody can do straight line sewing without something visual to follow. So if you draw a line, that'll help you. The only thing is, of course, you got to be careful with what you draw with, so that as you're stitching along that line that it's giving you, it won't, or a laser sight sometimes will help too. But yeah, draw it out. So all the square, okay, but sew all the squares together and then cut the finished block size. But that's not gonna work. Designing quilt blocks yourself. Oh, that's nice. I'll put it for the day. I'm gonna pull out all my stitches. Okay. 1/4 inch is my seam allowance. Okay. But the quarter graph paper. Blue taped it and that was okay. I blame on bias. Hilarious. Hey, Jess. Graph paper to lay out blocks. There are online AI quilt block sites. Okay. What was the question? So my question is, I know the finish size and I know the design I would like. Matter of fact, I probably could draw it out right now. But how do I know what size to cut these quilt blocks? You know what I'm saying? So that it will finish up being the final size. And okay, so in mentally going over what unbiased answer was, sew them together and cut it down to the right size. I guess I could make it bigger and then cut it down, but then won't it could possibly throw off the rest of it. Your full quilt. No, I don't want to. Let me show you. Let me share screen and show you because I know what I want. It's in so. And this is the other thing. The Sean Ghost Savvy Designs was telling me. No, she didn't say Star Square Crazy Quilt. First of all, that ain't even on my radar. When I'm creating my own design, I use graph. Okay. Hey, Baby Design Services LLC. Okay, so maybe this graph thing. Or somebody, we need to come up with a quilt something that's free. Hold on. How do I? Oh, okay, hold on. Oh, no, that was the right thing. Okay, so let me show you what I'm looking at. And sorry, going back. So Go Savvy Designs was like, she told me since I bought the scan and cut that the scan and cut has quilt blocks in there that I can cut. And I was like, oh, bet that's what I need. Well, I don't have, I think I have a fabric blade. So I haven't done cutting on that just yet. Sorry, I just got a message that kind of threw my train of thought way off, but it'll be all right. So I kind of don't want to tackle that just yet. But the pattern that I saw in there, I love it. I like it. Looks as simple as I need it to be for where my mind and beginner stage is at the moment. So I'm gonna show you what that kind of looks like, I guess. So I know, this is gonna look real tragic. I'm just letting y'all know this now. So let me. She using the quilt as the tissue. I'm gonna hurt you. We bout in the same boat at this point, girl. Because I was trying not to get upset. Then you can cut the block on the size you want to. Okay, so like so this is what I want to do. This is literally what I want to do, and I'm gonna show you. I guess I can. That is not what I meant to do. I guess I can copy what I saw. I don't guess quilt block patterns are proprietary. If they are, please let me know because I'm not trying to go to jail. But so the way this quilt block looked, and this is not going because that's not a real square. Hold on. Oh, God. I'm going to show you what I found because I'm trying to keep this simple because I don't know what I'm doing and I don't want drama. So what I found looks like this. Let's pick this color. So it's like this, and then it's like, see, this thing ain't gonna do right. It's like this, and then it's like this, and then it's like this. Okay, and then it's like, let's go with this, and then it's like this. So you see what I'm saying? Like the easiest thing I could find that incorporated more than one color so that I don't look like a total basket case in trying to do a quilt. And that's it. And I just want this to be 10 by 10. That's it. I would fight with the scan and cut, but I kind of don't want to fight with the scan and cut because I don't think I'm at that level yet. So this pattern is, I know this is bigger than 10 by 10. What? No, it's not. Because on the machine, you can make it 10 by 10 on that cutter. That's the pattern, and you can make it 10 by 10 from what I understand. 4 by 4 in the middle. It can't be 2 by 2 all around because these are longer than 2 by 2. So that would be 4 by 2, I guess. But see, if it's 4 by, so, okay, so here's the other thing. If this is 4 by 4, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, that makes it 8. I guess you see what I'm saying? I'm having to do math, and math sucks, so it's pissing me off. But okay, so if it's 5 by 5, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So maybe 5 by 5 in the middle. And this is 2 by 5. I guess. I don't know. So you see what I'm saying? Like that's where my irritation with this whole quilting thing is coming in. Because it's like there are zillions of options out there for making a quilt, but I don't want to, but to get that, thank Linda Gray, to get that block, cut 3 5 by 5 inch squares. Leave one hole, cut 2 in half, and 1 into 4. 5 inch center, 2.5 cubes. Hey, Jesse, to get that block, cut 3 5.5 inch squares. Okay, so that'll be 1, 2, 3. I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. Okay, I get it now. Okay, and then, okay, so when I do that, 5 inch, not 5 by 5, but so will that bring me out to a total of 10? Because I got to do a seam allowance, right? Am I understanding that correctly? So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Add a 1/4 inch seam allowance to all sides. And I know y'all probably like, that's the plainest quilt block I've ever seen. But I'm just saying, always add for some seam allowance. You can make your seam allowance whatever you want. So if I do variations of 9-patch block, and it's 10 inch, pull up quite a few. And so the thing is, because there's a design that I kind of want to do it smack dab in the middle, that's why I'm trying to find something that will work with a main square that I can use as the centerpiece, and then do something around the outside. But I didn't want to do a whole bunch of little bitty squares all around this thing. You see what I'm saying? Does that make sense? Am I making sense? I love the simplicity of that. It's just enough where it won't get me too upset. Okay, so Lita, this is my thing. I get what you're saying. So if I do 5 inch here, this would be 2.5. I heard you. No, you said, yeah, you said 5. 4 squares the same size, but you add the 4/4 inch seam allowance, cut the pink corner pieces into 1/4, make 4 long. But that's so 1/4 inch, spilling the diversity. I don't want it to be super simple, Miss Joyce, because otherwise I just do one whole 10 inch and don't quilt nothing and just send that as a piece of fabric. And that's kind of like rude. So I don't want to do that. The finished size is 10 inches. So if this is 5, then, and these two make 5, but cut in half. So that's 2.5. So 2.5 and 2.5 makes 5. So that'll be 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Then that half makes 10. So adding a 1/4 inch, I'm going to have to add it on everything. Plus seam, right? So on everything. Okay, so if I do, so if it's 1/4 inch everywhere, then 1/4 inch is a 1/2 inch. So instead of this being 5, this would be 5.5. This would be 5.5 by 5.5. This would be 5.5 by 5.5. Move your design into the top left corner. Drag your design to the finished size. Drag your design to the finished size of the block you want. Then separate your pieces at 1/4 inch on each side of your pieces. Okay. But see, if I do 5.25, Miss Evelyn, this is where I'm trying to make sense because I don't do math. Okay. That's just off gate. I don't do math. Hey, Auntie. They got me quilting, Auntie. It's stressing me out. So if I do 1/4 inch, 5.25, then that adds 1/4 inch here, but it doesn't add it here, right? Am I not getting that right? Because I got to do 1/4 inch on both sides. Am I? Try pattern jam when I get offline. Okay. Paper? Oh, I'll write it right here. And you know what? It don't help I'm hungry too, because I'm hungry. Oh, it calculates it for you? That's what I need. That's what I need. If that's a 12-inch mat, then each square of 4. No, I'm not going off of the size. I was just eyeballing. This is not like accurate. It's free. Okay, thank you. Hey, Mrs. Parker. I hope you're recuperating well. 4 at 1/4 means 1 inch, right? So wouldn't that make it? No, well, I'm confused. I hate math, y'all. I hate math. I hate math. I swear. Unless it's money, and even then, I could care less. In a way. Okay. Cut center 5.5 by 5.5. Gray pieces 5.5 by 3. And then when I sew it all together, it'll be 10 by 10. That's kind of what I was thinking. In order to get the 1/4 inch. Okay. Let me take a picture of this before I pull out what little bit of hair I got left. That's how I designed my quilt pattern dimensions, and it told me how many blocks and sizes of each. That's the kind of math I need. If I'm gonna be quilting, I need that. I need that because this math, this ain't gonna get it. I will not quilt if I gotta go through this every single time. Because it's, again, they show you all these quilt things you can do, and you got to figure out what size. And it's like, y'all, fam, how do you do this? The name of the site, she said, was Pattern Jam. Hey, Shay. Pattern Jam. I'm on the bus on my way. Have fun. Going to Chi-Town. Pattern Jam. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, thank y'all, because I was oof. Yeah, no, I was stressing. I've been stressing. You know, I was stressing. I've been stressing over this like for weeks, trying to figure out how I'm gonna get this done. Yeah. Yes, it is 10 and a half by 10 and a half. Don't do me like that, Miss Joyce. I just said 10 by 10. 2 plus 2 is 4. My aunt's on here clowning me. What kind of sense is that? I'm in distress. Are you serious? It is 10 and a half by 10 and a half. Never mind. It don't even matter, Miss Joyce, because I got Pattern Jam now. I'm gonna go to Pattern Jam and I'm gonna put it in Pattern Jam and I'll make it 10 and a half by 10 and a half. That's for the 1/4 inch seam. Oh, you need a 1/4 inch seam. Okay. Well, I think then if that's the case, it's going to turn out that way anyway, because I'm going to be adding a 1/4 inch to the outside seams. So it's going to wind up being 10 and a half by 10 and a half anyway, if I'm understanding all of this correctly. So yeah, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Because what I just got from you gotta is that makes sense. Okay. Let me make sure that's who it was. Yeah, you gotta be kidding. Thank you, you gotta. That site looks very good registered. Okay. Whew, I can breathe. Okay, so that's step one. That was question one. I don't have to do no blocking back. Yes, I did know that, and I remembered that. But cut the fabric and sew. And see, I've made quilts before, but when I've made them before, I was just doing what I wanted to do. I didn't know, and I think all of them were the same size blocks. I'm pretty sure that's how that went down. They were all one little bitty size, and I embroidered in the middle of them. I'm gonna have to find that quilt and show y'all one day. All it is a topper, because I couldn't figure out how to do the binding on the outside, and I'm still sketchy on that. So it's sitting there. It's been sitting in that bag. Matter of fact, I think I know where it's at. I will go get it. You'll be okay. The 10.5 will be your extra 1/4 all the way around. So okay, thank you. Thank you. Use the beads on your wrist to count. Y'all, family ain't right. When you trying and you struggling, family just gonna mess you up every single time and just make you look crazier than what you already is. And yes, I say it is as an English major. I know what that quilt. Y'all want to see this quilt thing I did years ago? I didn't quilt it. How can I see? My version of quilting is sewing the squares together. That's my version of quilting. I guess quilting, you're technically supposed to officially quilt is putting the sandwich and doing the topping quilting over the top of it. I haven't done that part. So, but I've done the blocking, I guess is what you call it. I've done the blocks, the different blocks. I finished replacing a corduroy quilt, black and fabric, California king size. Oof. That quilt is now a third of the original weight. That's a quilt top. Okay, so I did a quilt top. And yes, Miss Joyce is doing piecing. Okay, piecing. Thank you, Shamika. Miss Joyce is doing a community quilt. Unfortunately, Miss Joyce, I don't know the details. I've heard you say the details, but my brain can only hold so much information sometimes. So I know it is for a worthy cause. I don't know if it's just one quilt, however many quilts, I don't know. But she's making, I know for a fact, one quilt, and she's taking donations for the separate quilt blocks. And I agreed to do this because I don't know why I thought it was going to be easier than in my brain than what it ended up being. But I was like, I can do this. I was wrong. But if you like to quilt and you would like to donate a quilt block to the community quilt, she's doing them at 10 and a half by 10. Boys foster home quilt. It's a boys foster home quilt. I'm overthinking. I know I'm overthinking it, Miss Joyce. I have no issues admitting that, because it just wasn't. It wasn't coming to me. But Shamika gave that answer of using that website. That's what I need help with, the calculations to get what I want done. So I have no issues admitting overthinking it. I really don't. So color scheme for the, oh, that's a good question. Is there a color scheme for the boys foster home quilt, Miss Joyce? I hope not, because I didn't even go that far. Your dog had a front row seat and watching you handle a huge quilt. Good thing he can't talk, Miss Barb. No color scheme. It's a social media quilt auction. Oh, nice. Okay. Nice. Okay, that's it. That's all I wanted, y'all, because I know Delonda will be on here shortly with Romeo Wednesday, and I am going to get ready to eat because he's bringing back something for me to eat, and I just want to be on long enough to so that he won't fuss when he gets back and sees that I'm live. And like, where are you going live? Well, I needed help, and I needed this to make sense. So it makes sense now. So hopefully at some point you guys will get to see that I you can go put your what's your email, Miss Joyce? And I'll put it up. Is let me what's your email? Do the first part and I'll put gmail.com. Oh, okay. I'm gonna have to call you. I can't call today, but I'm gonna have to call and find out about the babies. Well, maybe I can call later on, but I can't call right now because he'll have a whole fit if I'm on the phone and don't eat. Yeah, Miss Evelyn, that's why I love your name, Gmail. So it's MZJOYS1 at Gmail, or is it MZJOYS at Gmail? Can you know what? Text it to me, Miss Joyce. Oh, text it to me. Text me your email address. That way I know I won't get it wrong. Because, I'm old and old folks, I know, Miss Bickham. I was just frustrated because I MZJOYS1 at Gmail. Okay. I'll put it up on the banner for y'all. But I ate what I wasn't supposed to this morning, and I gave myself what I thought was enough insulin, and my sugar went super high, and it's got me upset. I'm mad. MZ.JOYS1. MZ.JOYS@gmail.com. Okay, so if you want to do a and give to the quilt, then this is the address. Your quilt, your 10 by 10 and a half by 10 and a half. Oh Lord, he here. 10 and a half by 10 and a half quilt topper can be whatever it is that you want to make. It's you quilting it, you can quilt it, but she doesn't want you to do the sandwich part. Just do the top part. That's it. You don't have to put the batting, you don't have to put the backing, you don't have to put the binding. Just that 10 and a half by 10 and a half, whatever you piece together square. So no. Sorry, Auntie. Oh, wait a minute. Are you talking about the food, or are you talking about him? Oh Lord. No, I mean she knows that, but no, I did. I bowl list, but I don't know, because I think it might have got knocked out or something, because when I gave myself the insulin, it's almost like I didn't even give myself insulin, and that's weird because that never usually happens for me. So I think it might have got knocked out. So on the quilt block, you can have rhinestone, sublimation, DTF, applique. I'm trying, Darnell. Diabetes is something so finicky. You have to get it right. And when I say I ate something I wasn't supposed to eat, it was I had one pancake, and but one sometimes is all it takes. And normally when I have a pancake, I bolus a certain amount, or when I say bolus, I give myself a certain amount of insulin and I'm fine. But today it's like I didn't even give myself a shot. So I feel okay. It's just I'm irritated. What a fun quilt it will be when finished. Yes. Let me do this real quick so he'll know I'm live. He's about to come in. So we have been up and down since 5 a.m. Low blood sugar. Oof. I feel fine. I feel great. It's just I know I'm hungry, but it's making me angry because I'm probably just gonna give myself a regular shot instead of using my pump. I know it takes time, but it's still. Hold on, what is my sugar at now? Because ain't no point in me bolusing if all I'm doing is protein. I'm at 161 now, so still technically I'm high. Y'all, I hate diabetes. It's on my nerves. He's mad. He'll be all right. All right. Let me give myself this darn insulin and see what happens. Anyways, I'm more worried about the dang quilt. No worries, Shay Shay. No worries. No worries. No worries. No worries. No worries. But I feel good. I'll tell him you said hey. Shortcut. If you cut one big pink section, 3 by 12, and a big gray piece, 5.5 by 12. Great. Then sew the 12-inch edges of pink and gray together, then cut into the border, and you'll end up with. Let me take a picture. Yeah, I'm gonna go. He done walked in with it, but I want to definitely write this down because right now that's not making sense, but I'll be able to read it with him. He'll help. That's one thing I can say about him. He helps with math. He definitely helps me with math because I'm not the math. He is. So, oh, Tracy, you're right. Probably should walk. Okay, I'm going to head off of here and go eat, y'all. Thank y'all for helping me with this quilt fiasco because I'm trying real hard to get there. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm going to go to Pattern Jam after I eat, and then yeah. So love y'all. We'll talk to you. See, I can smile now. Thank y'all for your help. I love my community. Y'all are awesome sauce. We are family. Even the ones clowning me. Where my auntie at? That's what I forgot to give my mom. I made my auntie a fan, y'all. How many more fans I gotta do? Send me a text message. All right, love y'all. Talk to you later. Bye.